So I want to ask you the second part of my question. The When you mentioned The Fly, it made me think of Jessica's book Sparrow Country, and you also mentioned the influence of Steppenwolf. I don't think that you see. I didn't even make that connection with Steppenwolf with a Norwegian in the Family and the Norwegian in the Family because the influence is almost completely gone because it's taken to a whole different level. Similarly, if I did not know it, the fly that she uses in Sparrow Country, as opposed to the one used in Norwegian, is used completely differently. She uses one of her poems, Moth Lost in the Laboratory, and connects it with that way, whereas the way that you do it is completely different and much more attuned to the realism, whereas hers is more consciously poetic.
Well, Jessica is great in a different way. I was telling her yesterday, and I told you before, Jessica writes beautiful prose. That's her. She has probably the strongest, most poetic prose line within the thing. I do it in a different things. I build poesy in big chunks. The difference is Jessica. If you use an architectural model, Jessica builds with sort of small little building blocks. I'm building like the Great Pyramids. I've got these huge 30-ton blocks that I'm putting into place. Jessica is using small bricks and mortar, and so Jessica, she can have in let's say one of her walls, she can have an interesting design that I'm not going to necessarily have, but I'm going to. We're sort of like fractals. Jessica does me in a smaller mode, and I do her in a larger mode. My stories are bigger. My characters are bigger, and my characters are are going to be coming upon their realizations of things in offhanded ways. Jessica's characters, generally speaking, are smarter. They're more educated. They're more classic, fictive characters. Jessica's characters are more Ingmar Bergman. Mine are more Cassavetes or Scorsese.
Yeah, hers focuses more on the individual characters, whereas yours is always branching out, and in a way, it's more conscious of the time that you're creating there, whereas hers is more focused on the individual characters.